Laura D. Laura Delphini here in the great state of Kansas, coming at you live and direct from Wichita, Kansas, sitting here on my bedroom floor because there's nowhere else to do a YouTube video. But a lot of you guys have made the decision, because it is January, it's a new year, it's a new month. A lot of y'all have made the decision to go ahead and lose weight, and you don't really know what to do now. Some of you may know that I started 4 years ago, January 2012. I did start my weight loss journey. I was 272, 28 pounds away from 300. I'm now 172, so I've lost 100 pounds, all naturally, just through diet and exercise. But at the time that I decided to lose weight, in my mind, I've made up. I was like, okay, I'm going to lose weight, and I'm going to get fit, and I'm going to get healthy. But then I was like, wait a minute, like, what am I actually, like, what am I doing? Like, now, like, I've made the decision to start, but what am I starting? Like, I was so lost. I had no clue what I was doing, and didn't even really know where to begin. And, you know, now you can just go online for Instagram on everything, because they have all the Insta trainers, but Instagram wasn't even really, you know, up and around back in 2012. It was just pictures of, like, you know, cats and clouds and coffee. You know, they didn't even have hashtags back then, so I had no clue what to do. So I decided I was going to get a membership to the YMCA, because that's what every good little girl and boy does. They go down to your local young men's Christian organization and they get a membership. So I did that, and I would go there and I would stretch and I would walk on the treadmill, maybe run a little bit, and then I would go around and, you know, touch every machine, do like 5-10 here, 5-10 there, and then I would get back on the treadmill and walk and then stretch and then leave. And I was very systematic in my approach, and I was very OCD. I was super close-minded. I didn't know what I was doing, but I felt like if I could just go in there and kind of control it, then, you know, eventually the weight was going to have to fall off. Well, one day, my precious sweet friend Christy James came with me, and she went to go get a drink of water. And I was like, what are you doing? We're not done on the treadmill. You know, like, I was upset that she was not following my plan. So I was very controlling. She went to go get a drink of water, and she read above the water fountain on the billboard, or the bulletin board, that there was a Zumba class going on at that time, and right around the corner. And she said, hey, Peony, let's go over here and take this class. And I was like, no, that's not the schedule. This is not what we came here for. This is not on the plan. And a voice just kind of went off inside of my head. And it was like, remember when you got on the scale and it was 272, and you said, remember you said you would do whatever it takes? And it was like God talking to me, because that one decision to say yes when I wanted to say no catapulted me into this entire lifestyle for the next, you know, for the rest of my life. But every single decision really that I made for that entire rest of the year, when I would usually say no, I said yes. And it started with that decision that day. And I did not realize how much of my life I had been saying no, and to things in the past, and, you know, things that I thought I was just wild and free and, you know, go with the flow. But like, I wasn't. I was very, very rigid, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I felt like I couldn't control anything else, so I could just control what I did. And I don't know. So I went and I did the Zumba class. It gave me severe anxiety, because I was doing something that I did not want to do, and I was off of my plan. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like I was not in control, and that gave me like stress. So I did the Zumba class, and I freaking fell in love, and I was so obsessed with it. I was like, when is this class? I need to come back every single day. I found out it was Mondays at 7, and then Tuesdays at 6, and Saturdays at noon. So I made myself available and governed myself accordingly, and I would go and show up, and it was phenomenal. I used to stand in the back, and then little by little I would stand in the middle, and little by little I would stand in the front, and a couple times the teacher would be late and I would start the class for her. And that accountability is just what I needed at that time in my life. Being 272, never have gone to the gym before, I needed a class to get me out of the house, because it was saying, like, instead of saying, oh, I'll go when I have time, like, no, you don't go when you have time. You go when the time starts, when the class starts. Because if you say you'll go when you have time, you'll make time, you'll never make time. So I wasn't making time. So that's what I needed. And maybe hopefully that's what you need. And You know, right now I do Beachbody DVDs, and you know, that's what works for me right now, but maybe a class is what you need, and maybe that's what would work for you. So I just wanted to give you guys kind of my story behind breaking the chains of my obsessive compulsive disorder and my control freak ways, and let you know that there's, you know, a different way out there, and you can do it, because if I can do it, you could do it too. All right, y'all, talk to you later. Bye.